you. Hello, everyone. Here's a demonstration of American clogging, also known as freestyle flat-footing or jig dancing, the name you often hear in the Ozarks. The name you often hear in the Ozarks. Step dance and percussive dance are more general terms for dance forms anywhere that create rhythms with shoes, like this. Percussive dance forms have evolved throughout the world in places where people historically wore shoes and lived and worked on wooden floors. Think English clogging, for example, where people wore wooden clogs in mills to keep their feet dry. The shoes made cool sounds on the floors, while the machinery created fascinating rhythms, giving rise to a competitive dance form. Other percussive dance forms include Irish and Canadian step dance, South African gumboot dancing, African American stepping, flamenco, South American gaucho dancing, Hungarian laguinhas, Swedish and Welsh clogging, and of course, American tap. Regarding footwear, I collect good-sounding leather-soled shoes and solid tap shoes, which I'm wearing now, so that my sounds are strong and distinct. We American cloggers don't actually wear clogs. I believe that misnomer started in 1939 after the Soco Gap dancers from North Carolina performed for English royalty at the White House. The Queen commented that the dancing reminded her of English clogging, and the name stuck. I learned to dance one encounter and step at a time throughout years of travels to festivals and folk camps, jam sessions, and communities. Every step I know has a story regarding who I learned it from and where I was, in addition to the history of the step and the culture it came from. It started with a trip to Hindman, Kentucky in 1992, where I met flatfooters for the first time. I learned steps like the two-sounded walking step, the rock or back step, the African-American chug, and a step we called the Indian back then and have since renamed the Cherokee. Here's all that put together, freestyle, with a tune called Julianne Johnson I learned years ago here at the Ozark Folk Center. 1, 2, 3, go. The roots of this uniquely American dance form are thought to be African, Anglo-Celtic, European, and Native American. It's hard to parse out exactly what step is from what root, but it's thought that the low-to-the-ground, flat-footed technique where the heels are used is attributed to early African and Native American movement, and the toe and percussive work are from Anglo-Celtic European influences. As I continued to acquire more steps and string them together in the freestyle tradition that is improvisational, I developed stamina and finessed transitions, making quick decisions as to what I would do next for, say, 2 or 4 or 8 measures, acknowledging the unique and playful rhythms of each melody. Some dancers call this dancing the tune, like this to the well-known Cripple Creek. Gotta retune. 1, 2, 3, go. The more complex, thank you. The more complex steps you have heard include 3-sounded walking steps with either a toe pop or a heel scuff, or the 4-sounded walking step, which I think of as the time step or root step for this dance form. Once I met a dancer in Wisconsin who showed me how to dance add and subtract toe and heel sounds to create a variety of patterns and rhythms like this. I also learned to add shuffles and 3-sounded scuffles, as well as a syncopated step, which emphasizes the upbeat instead of the downbeat. I learned showy steps like the Applejack and the scissors and the silent scissors and the wheel. Other side. I could do both legs at once too. I just don't really feel like it, but I'll finish with a tune called Money in Both Pockets, again playing banjo and dancing at the same time. A joyful trick I learned years ago at jam sessions. I hope you enjoyed this little tour of freestyle flatfoot clogging. Here we go. Thank you, everybody. A little experiment. Thank you.
Big round of applause for Aubrey.